Yeah, and he was so good there today. I'm sure the recruits, loved it. He is
very
so passionate.
thoughtful, yep.
Yes, he's very thoughtful, puts a lot into it. All right, we've been thinking a whole lot about this forecast here this week because things could get dicey for you tomorrow.
And yeah, there's still some question marks between now and the morning. Kevin Robinson here now. Kind of explain what's been going on and what could happen in the morning.
Yeah, we're tracking this system that's going to give us a little coating of snow around here, I think, overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. And some of us a little on the higher end of the coating, probably upwards of maybe 1 to 2 inches. We'll see how this plays out. Here's a look at the system tonight. It's slowly working its way up the Ohio River Valley as we anticipated it would. It's chilly out there. And here we are again dealing with a weather system that's incoming in which just a couple of degrees could make a big difference here. Now, right now, most of us are still above freezing, although to the east of Cincinnati, it's a little bit colder. Hillsboro, Mount Orab, Georgetown, Maysville, down below the freezing mark. We're about 35 currently here in the Cincinnati metro area. One thing I'll point out is that the computer models that we use to help forecast these types of events are running actually a little bit cooler than what's being shown here. Temperatures in reality are actually a couple of degrees warmer than they were forecast to be at this time. That may not seem significant, but when you're talking about only a handful of degrees, it can make a big difference here in the forecast. So that will be something we watch as well through the night. Here's a look at Futurecast. As we were saying, you'd see this at midnight, but it's not reaching the ground. The air between the clouds and the ground just too dry. It's going to take several hours to moisten the atmosphere up. That probably won't really happen until 3 or 4 a.m. That's when stuff really begins to get real and things actually are reaching the surface down here where we live, right? So I do think initially too warm for snow, but as it starts raining through this dry air, temperatures will drop, okay? And as you can see here, I think this really speaks to how tight of a transition and just how tricky the forecast is. Let's take, for example, Campbell County, where in the northern part, it's suggesting snow, then a wintry mix, and then by the time you make it to south of Alexandria, it's plain old rain. I don't think it will be that close, but it indicates how tricky a degree or two could play in the forecast. I do think for areas near 71, it's likely to be predominantly snow out of this system. To the south, it may mix in with a little bit of rain from time to time, or even a little bit of a wintry mix. Remember, we were talking about that warm nose that would wreak havoc on the temperatures, or at least on any snowfall amounts, and eventually what we see. This all wraps up, I think, by 10 or 11 a.m., so that by lunchtime, it's much improved and temperatures will climb above freezing. So I have been kind of nudging the numbers just a little bit here and there. We're still in that coating to 2-inch range for the majority of the tri-state, but I do think there will be an area probably just south of Interstate 71, somewhere in this hatched area, quite possibly, where there may be just the perfect overlap where temperatures are right at 32 and it's actually snowing hard enough to really accumulate significantly. So this is in the hatched area, but I think all of us will at least wake up to a little bit of a white ground around the tri-state tomorrow, and certainly enough to have an impact in the morning. Primarily the first part of your Saturday. While I think most roads are fine, I wouldn't rule out snow-covered bridges, elevated surfaces, and if we can get a burst of snow that's heavy enough and persistent, I can't even rule out some of the main roads maybe picking up a little slush there. That won't be the case all day, though. Again, I think by probably 11 or so, we're looking at much improved conditions around the area, even for those areas that had snow. Temperatures will climb above freezing tomorrow. We're at 35 degrees here tonight with that east-southeasterly wind. Let me show you temperatures. We'll probably drop close to freezing for the duration of the rain and or snow event, and that's where we'll hang out through early tomorrow morning. So still forecasting snow late, and again, a coating to about 2 inches for most of us. Morning snow, then gloomy and cold, 36 for an afternoon high. It's still going to be just kind of damp and yucky into the afternoon tomorrow. It's not like we're going to see the sun break out and it turns all pretty and nice. Sunday, too, still kind of gloomy, more nuisance rain and snow showers. Shouldn't be a big deal there with temperatures above freezing. Monday may be our nicest day as we get some sunshine and temperatures in the 40s, but that will precede a lot of rain and wind. There's a big storm coming our way. Well, not only just for us, but a lot of the country the middle part of the week there, Tuesday. That will bring us, though, rain and wind with temperatures around 50 before we cool down a little bit behind that.
Kevin, appreciate the update.